Hi, I'm Alex Santaliquido. This is my colleague Dan, and we're from Madison CPA and Associates. And today we'll be doing the audit for Friendly City Co-op. Ready to go, Dan?
Let's hold your horses, Alex. Sit down for a second. It's always important to plan out the audit before you do it.
So our biggest fear today is the fear of overstatement. We also have a fear that they are counting obsolete inventory and also the lack of internal controls in counting their inventory. So Dan, do you have any procedures that you think help combat these fears?
You know, Alex, it's funny you ask that, because I do. There are four procedures we're going to do today. First thing we're going to do is we're going to obtain a detailed listing from the client. Second thing we're going to do is observe the client's physical inventory counts. We're going to do some sheet-to-floor testing, floor-to-sheet testing to test for existence and occurrence and completeness. Then we're going to evaluate the need to write down inventory based on lower cost or market. And then finally, we're going to observe some of the employees tagging the inventory to test the company's internal controls over their inventory counts.
It's a great plan, Dan. Let's get to work. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Alex, what do we got going on here?
So I decided to take your advice in the planning stage, and I obtained the detailed listing from the client before we head over there.
So what are we really doing with this, and what test is it going to help us test for?
So I started by doing 3 procedures. At first, I recalculated the quantity by the price extension, and I agreed those totals to the trial balance, and both those test for valuation and allocation. The last thing I'm doing here is I'm scanning the entries for larger unusual transactions.
Okay.
As you can see here, I highlighted the coffee and the black-eyed peas, which are valued in the $1,000 range, while everything else is valued in the $100 to $200 range.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to take a look at those when we get to Friendly City. But I just got off the phone with Brian. He said he's ready for us to head over now.
Ready to go?
Ready to go?
Let's go. Brian, how's it going?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Dan. Nice to meet you, Brian.
So we went through the detailed listing that you sent me earlier, and we just wanted to check a few things out, and Dan's going to explain a little bit of the other processes we're going to do.
Sure. Yeah, we also just wanted to do some physical counts on your inventory, maybe do some sheet-to-floor testing, floor-to-sheet testing, see if everything matches up. We also wanted to observe your employees and see if you guys have good internal controls over your inventory. Does that sound good?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get started.
Sounds good.
Hey Brian, quick question for you.
Sure, what you got?
So I counted 44 boxes and 12 bags,
Okay.
and I checked my price listing, and at $50 a bag, that should be $2,800.
That sounds right.
As if you can see on your detailed listing that you sent me, it's valued at $5,000.
Oh, wow.
So that could be a pretty material misstatement right
Okay.
there. So
Yeah, that sounds like a
that
fair. Let's ask Josh, our grocery manager. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Josh, you got a question?
Josh, nice to meet you. How's it going? So I was counting the boxes for coffee, and I counted 44 boxes and 12 bags. We were fearing that it was overstated right now, and you guys have it valued at almost double the price.
Okay, well, each box actually has 2 bags of coffee in it. And if you count here, there should be 12 bags right here, and then 44 boxes and 2 bags in each box. There should be 100 total.
Okay, so 100 total at the $50 pricing. I guess that matches up to your $5,000. Thank you.
Good.
Anything
Thanks.
else you
Appreciate
need?
your help. No, thank you. Hey Dan, I confirmed the coffee accounts and other large transactions that we highlighted before. What have you been up to?
Well, Alex, basically I've been doing some floor-to-sheet testing here with the beer. Basically what I'm doing is just making sure everything that they have on their shelves traces back to everything that they have on their detailed listing.
That's a great idea, but with our biggest fear of overstatement of inventory, a better idea might be to vouch from the sheet to the floor and test for the existence insertion.
That's a great idea, Alex. You want to give me a hand?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, I think I I got my portion done.
Yeah, me too. How many vanilla extracts did you get?
I counted 20.
Okay, cool. I got 22, so we're good. We got 40 though.
40 total, 40.
Nice.
I need to go to the bathroom. So.
Okay, let's go.
So I observed that Brian and Josh, when they were doing their inventory count, double counted this organic vanilla extract. Not only will this overstate their inventory, but this is also a lack of internal controls when it comes to inventory. Definitely something I'm going to have to bring up to Brian later in our management meeting. Is that Josh kid for real? I think he might have just snagged an apple out of that bin. Oh, beer.
There's 3 beers missing too. This should not be
Me
open.
and Alex were walking down the hall there. We noticed that Josh took 3 beers out of this case, and he took an apple out of that crate.
This may seem small, but if this were to occur on a daily basis, it might lead to a material overstatement of inventory. Also, this is lack of internal controls in regards to their inventory.
Not to mention that, but Josh's behavior is pretty illegal. Come on, Brian, have a seat.
How'd it go?
Not too bad. We just wanted to run a few things by you. Just a couple things that we noticed throughout our audit. Number 1, double counting. So I noticed you and Josh were double counting the vanilla organic extract. And that could be a huge problem because that definitely overstates your inventory on your balance sheet account.
Okay.
One way to maybe prevent this is implementing a tagging system. After you go through and count the inventory, tag it so someone like Josh doesn't come by and double count it. Another thing we noticed is we caught Josh stealing a couple beers and an apple out of a crate. May not seem like a big deal or may not seem material, but if he does this a lot over time, it can definitely lead to a big material, have a big material impact in your financial statements. Not only to mention that, but it's unethical on Josh's part, and it's definitely something you want to sit him down and talk to him about.
Absolutely.
I also noticed 2 things as well. I was looking at your juices and noticed they had expired. With perishable goods such as these, you must make sure you write them off because they no longer can be sold. Also, with your flowers you see here, I noticed it's towards the end of the season and that the market price is much lower than the cost you have them recorded at. When you're valuing your inventory, you must record those costs at the lower of the market value or the cost.
Okay. So if I get these problems corrected, where can we go from here?
If you get a couple of these problems corrected and talk with Josh, we'll have no problem offering you unmodified opinion.
Sounds good. I'll get right on it.
Thank you. It's a pleasure working with you.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.